What I want to do is see a slashing weapon against this, if
Right.
that's able to damage the bone, and then I'm going to move to the axe and see how the axe does against that, if that's able to actually damage the bone. Again, this is padded gambeson, butted mail, and thick cow bone, so let's say orc bone.
Man, that I love that he says orc bone. That gambeson has seen some war and some battles. Okay. Boom. Yeah, I see a few rings were sent to the air like I expected. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 links.
So that was able to cut through a couple rings
Yep.
right in here, so it did
Once again, because they're butted.
break some of those apart and everything, but it still was able to protect it, so it didn't actually break into the bone. Now I want to
Yeah, I've got to say, I've seen buttered mail that it's even cheaper than that. So this is not like the worst you can get when it comes to LARP mail. There are some mail shirts that are so bad that with a hit like that, you would have completely torn it apart.
try with a two-handed or a hand and a half sword and cut into it, see if that can get any damage to the bone as well.
Right. Boom. Yeah, his precision is pretty good. Fun.
Okay, so once again, even that was able to basically stop the blade from cutting into
Yeah.
the bone as well, which is still
Yeah, that's what mail is for, absolutely.
right here. That still feels to be intact on that part there. And so what I'm gonna do now
Axe.
is we're gonna bring out an axe and see if that's able to damage and penetrate into the
Be interesting to see some types of falchion too.
from a cut or
Get this man a falchion.
blunt damage here.
Or a mace. Okay, Mo. Oh my gosh. Eesh. Of course, top heavy weapons. Love the music. Ow, whoa.
Okay, so with those strikes, it does not appear I was able to crack the bone here. Again, this is like fighting an orc, but I would say that's pretty decently good. So what I'm gonna try
Okay, so an orc in mail. Keep that in mind next time you face one.
now is I wanna try the axe one more time and cover it up like this so it's a little more visible. And then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to a warhammer.
Right. Yeah, because he went through, like the section that isn't protected by mail, he just goes through and cut it in 2 pieces. Good idea to wear mail, I think, is the results of this testing so far. Ooh. And some of the mail went on to, yeah, he broke it off because it's buttered. Huh. Interesting. Man, look at that slow-mo.
A single layer of butted mail and the padded gambeson, that was a clean strike right there. I was able to go into the bone a substantial amount, crack it right along there. And so even with the mail on the body, that's going to cause a lot of damage. But like I said,
Well, maybe if it was like properly worn mail, because you have to imagine that much of the bone was exposed anyways. So you have to imagine, and it's really difficult to replicate. By the way, I'm not attacking him in any way, shape, or form. There are some budget limitations, there is some time limitations, and not to mention the fact that YouTube doesn't help this sort of videos going up. So of course this is loosely based representation, but so far I think we do see that Mail is really doing a very good job, even in the butter department. So imagine, it's not enough. I wouldn't feel safe against him with all those weapons just wearing buttered mail. But imagine now if this was like a properly made medieval mail, well worn, well proportioned, in an area that is well covered. Absolutely, I could survive an attack from him like that, and maybe give me an opportunity to give my riposte. But if I wasn't wearing anything, it would chop my limbs off. It's a mess. Armor makes all the difference, 100%.